I noticed something striking while playing games lately. The amount of people who don't even really play the games they buy took me by surprise. Now, I'm not talking about the backlog problem that approximately 100% of gamers have. I'm talking about games that people buy, install, and play, but ultimately play for a very short amount of time. Achievements in games are a mixed bag, but one thing they are good for is as a measuring stick to see how many people are getting the various points in the games they play. The percentages only count if the game has been installed and played and doesn't include those titles suffering in the halls of backlog hell. Well, why do you care? You might be asking yourself. I love games, and I view them as an art form, similar to movies and books. Most people wouldn't start a classic movie and stop halfway through, or read 2/3 of a classic book and just put it down, so I'm trying to figure out why this seems to happen so often with video games. Some folks may just not like the game, or it could be bad, but I'm talking about some big-name popular titles like Borderlands 2, Vampire Survivors, Left 4 Dead, Torchlight 2. Vampire Survivors has 220,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, yet slightly less than 40% of its players didn't finish the second stage, which probably takes less than a half hour. Borderlands 2 has almost 190,000 positive reviews, but only about a third of the game's players actually defeated Handsome Jack, and he's considered one of the best villains in video game history. It's like not seeing Darth Vader in Star Wars. Left 4 Dead was hugely influential and popular. About a quarter of players actually finished a campaign. Torchlight 2 has been an indie darling for years, filling the gap while waiting for Diablos that gamers didn't hate. And only about 20% of the players actually beat Torchlight 2. And quality small titles as well. A game like Aqua Kitty, which I'm a big fan of, has only 6% of players beating the end boss, which only takes a couple of hours of play. I understand beating a game like Borderlands 2 or Torchlight 2 is a bit more of a time commitment, but a couple of hours for Vampire Survivors or Aqua Kitty, I just don't quite get it. You already spent the $5. I don't really understand, and I don't exactly know why this is happening, but I can't help but feel it's not a good thing for gamers or the industry. I also worry that it encourages some of these bad behaviors in the gaming industry, such as reliance on the live service and microtransaction model. I don't have any numbers to back that up. It's just my slow take.